Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? I hope you are so wonderful. I hope you're having a great day. Today is a wonderful day. Guess what came in the mail for me? Something special. Your girl just got her driver's license. Holy balls. At times, the process of changing your identity and changing your name and your gender marker on all of your documents, it can seem like a massive mountain to climb. And for me, I've been fighting this battle for about a year now. You have to really become your own lawyer in certain circumstances, and that's difficult. There's a lot of forms to fill out. There's a lot of legal documents to get. You have to go before judges and all of these kind of things, and it kind of drives you a little nuts. But I conquered that mountain, and I have my driver's license now. So let's go over a quick checklist. I needed my birth certificate. I needed my court order name change. I needed a secondary form of identification. In this case, I used my insurance card. And because of the onset of COVID-19, I needed to make an appointment with the DMV to physically get in the building. And if you ever thought that your DMV wait time was bad before, whoo! After COVID-19, it has become a nightmare. I know people that are waiting until next year to get basic stuff done for their cars. I was very lucky in that I got one of the first appointments because I am a bit of an early bird. So I could not sleep the night before. Something like this is a moment that I've waited for my entire life. I mean, what you're looking at is physical documentation that says I am me. So it was incredibly exciting for me. I have been working so long for this. I was having to fight my anxiety the night before of all the ways that this could blow up in my face. I just had to fight off all these thoughts of like, what papers did I not bring? What clothing did I not wear that was correct? And you know, maybe it like super glosses the photo and I just turn into a white blob. And just all of these weird, totally inane things that have no possibility of happening. But your girl did a lot of work the night before, so I knew I was ready when I woke up, despite my anxiety. And I really wanted someone there to commemorate the day with me. And so I brought my roommate along. Her name is Annie, and she is amazing. She is my rock. I love her to pieces. And Annie is a fellow YouTuber. She has this channel called The Eco Swap. It is a wonderful channel full of information on minimalism and living your life more sustainably. She breaks all of the information down in such a fun and easy to understand way. And I love her videos because they're dynamic and they're very informational. So absolutely find your way over to her channel. I will link it in the description below and say hello. So yeah, Annie went with me on the day, and the whole car ride over, I was just a nervous wreck. I was like literally sweating my makeup off, and I was so terrified that like I would get there and I would just be a runny mess. Everybody laughs about their driver's license photo because no one's ever prepared for it, you know, and I wanted to make sure that I was prepared. This was gonna be my moment. I could go to a bar and actually get carded and not have to go through this awkward conversation of having to kind of explain to them that this is me, this is who I am. For someone who is trans or non-binary, who is having to live their life, one of the most awkward things that can happen is they have to have that kind of weird conversation with someone when they see the identification that doesn't match up to what they're seeing in front of them. Go. So I get there on the day. The DMV offices, while they have never looked very appealing to me, looked like the gates of Shangri-La. You know, I would get out of the car and I have to let them know that I had arrived. They would come to the door and they would ask, you know, kind of state your business. And really all my fears about what I did or didn't have were immediately assuaged upon entering the building. At the end of the day, the individuals that work at the DMV are actually humans too. You know, they're there to help you. And so they kind of explained to me already before I even got to the counter that I had everything I needed. It was a fairly simple process. And to be honest, I was kind of a little let down. Like I built this moment up so much in my head that to honestly see it be such a simple process was a little bit of a letdown. I guess in my head, it meant so much to me. And these people, they do this day in and day out. It's their job, you know, and they don't understand how much it means to me. It's not just an ID to me. It is a legal document that says I am who I am. And it's part of this mountain that we as trans individuals climb every single day of our lives. Whether or not we decide to transition via hormones, whether or not we decide to ever change our names, you know, to have something that affirms us is important. And for me, having my legal documents changed was a massively affirming moment. And it was incredibly emotional. The moment when I got my birth certificate, I literally cried buckets that morning because it was so powerful for me. This moment of finally seeing yourself become who you are. I'm standing there at the DMV desk and The woman behind the desk is super nice, and she, you know, she calls me by my name and she says, oh, you're here to get your new ID, yay, you know, happy day. You know, I slide all my documents forth, and then comes the moment when we need to take my picture. And I felt a bit like I was walking down the endless hallway. So much anxiety hit me at that exact moment. So she looks at me and she says, you look beautiful, but feel free to check yourself in the mirror, make sure everything is looking fine, make sure you look great. You know, and of course I did, because I'm a perfectionist. I work in animation, for God's sakes. You know, I practice like the Zen-like meditation to kind of keep my eyes open, because I did not want my eyes to go crazy during the flash. You know, everybody knows that moment when they're getting their photo taken and the flash hits your eyes and you're like, ah, and it doesn't work, you know, and I didn't want that. I wanted to take the perfect photo. And so she took the photo, it was gorgeous. She gave me my temporary license, and then I waited a couple of weeks and I got my physical ID. And I gotta tell you, I have never been in such a rush to get carded in my life. I swear to God, I went to a bar that day and I made sure he carded me, dang it. I made sure that he saw my ID. I wanted that moment to be there for the rest of my life. I can make that memory. It was such a happy day for me. I felt so uplifted and affirmed and positive. I couldn't not stop smiling the whole day. That day was one of those days you never forget. That's one of those days that you look back and you say, this changed my life for the better. And so that's this week's Storytime video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are having a wonderful week. I hope that this video left you with a positive feeling and that you go into your week and you take that positivity with you, okay? Because this world is kind of in need of a little bit more positivity, right? So, if you like my content, if you find it at all fun and appealing, please feel free to smash that like button and absolutely feel free to subscribe to my channel for future content. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.